Japan is in some serious trouble and only you can save them by moving there as a foreign worker and contributing to their economy. It is estimated that Japan will need almost 11 million foreign workers to fix their labor shortages and their economic gaps by 2040, which means Japan needs to hire almost 647,000 foreign workers every year until 2040. But they're far short of this goal. In fact, the numbers have not even crossed 200,000 in each year since this number was first estimated. In 2018, they could only get 115,000 people. In 2019, only 138,000. And in 2020, 85,000. Post-pandemic, we have seen some uptick. But honestly, this number is nowhere close to the 647,000 that they really need. And this has pushed the Japanese government to come up with some extremely innovative approaches to hire foreign workers, some of which we'll discuss in this video today. So, if you've set your heart on Japan and want to enjoy the cherry blossom or just any weather out there, then this video is for you. Make sure you stick around. Hello and namaste, my name is Nidhi Nagori and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time stopping by, thank you so much for doing so. And if you are a regular viewer, thank you for spending time with me yet again. My name is Nidhi. I am a digital creator, a finance professional, and also the CEO and founder of Globology. At Globology, our mission is simple. Anyone, anywhere in the world should be able to move abroad. And to help your move abroad dreams come true, we offer a variety of custom solutions, including direct job placements, job support service, underrated pathways like opportunity card, job seeker visas, permanent residencies, business migration, etc. More information about the work we do is in the description box, so please make sure you check us out. And now let's talk about Japan. So in this video, I'm going to cover five amazing ways that I think you can move to Japan, currently sitting wherever you are. I will also try to include some bonuses in this video so that you can track those bonuses and make use of them as well. So without much further ado, let's first talk about why Japan. Well, first of all, I think a lot of my audience watches content from Asia, and Japan seems to be a much closer option because it's Asia. The culture will not feel as different as, say, Europe or North America or Australia for that matter. So Japan offers you that developed country lifestyle along with a lot of discipline in Asia itself. The timing difference is not crazy if you're, trying to do this from Asia or Africa for that matter. So that's number one. Number two, it is topping the list for tourism as well. A lot of people are curious about, how Japanese people live, and a lot of the traditional methods of living are turning out to be quite fruitful in today's time. In fact, a lot of the Japanese science of life, whether it's ikigai or how they form their relationships, etc., is coming up to be, one of the more favored things in the world that we live in. Also, Japanese government is trying to make it easier for you by offering cheap accommodation. Some older houses are also available for as low as 10-15 yens. Of course, you might need to renovate it a lot, but there are tax breaks, there are cheaper housing accommodation, and the government is doing direct hiring. The average salary that we tend to see is about $40,000 per year, but obviously the taxes are not as high, the cost of living is not as high, so the income in hand is going to be higher than what you would expect, say, in Europe, or the cost of living is much lower in general when you compare it to California or New York for that matter. So in number terms also, it works out pretty well. Now, talking of the 5 options that I'm going to cover in today's video, the first 3 are just recently issued visas. I love all of these, and these are all visas that have come about to be after the pandemic, after they've realized they need to accelerate the foreign worker hiring. Apart from this, the 4th pathway is something that is only directed towards international talent, and anyone in the whole wide world can apply. And the 5th is the government hiring directly. The 4th pathway is also the government hiring directly. This is just one department. The 5th one is actually the government going to different countries and doing hiring directly. So if all of this has gotten you excited, let's go to screen record and check our options out. Okay, so the first option that I have is a job seeker visa. It's called J-Skip. Now, Japan launched it a couple of years ago, and it is relatively easy to apply. I would say that the requirements are a little stringent when it comes to job seeker, but still a relatively straightforward process compared to other countries. You can apply for this visa without any sponsor. You can be your own sponsor, you can be your own guarantor. You don't need any job, any sponsorship whatsoever. So let's look at the details. This is the J-Skip that I'm talking about. You will be getting this for almost 5 years. You will be applying as a highly skilled professional. Let's look at what are the necessary documents. On this, you can move with your spouse. You can also move with your parents. Your parents can go in for 1 year. You can also take some domestic staff if need be. Now, you must have outstanding abilities and credentials, and you must must qualify to work as a highly skilled professional. This is, like I said, a job seeker visa, and they give a lot more information of a highly skilled professional. Now let's look at the definition of a highly skilled professional. So you have advanced academic research, if you have specialized technical skills, if you can do advanced business activities, and you must also have a master's degree or higher, or you must have at least, if you don't have a master's degree, then at least 10 years of work experience and an annual income of 20 million yen. Now, what if you don't have 10 years of work experience? Then you need 5 years of experience and a higher annual income of 40 million yen. So the J skip, I would say, a little restricted, but doesn't need a lot of documentation. You just need basic stuff like passport, application, photograph, and then certificate of eligibility, which you will have to apply, showing your credentials and your academic qualifications and all of that. You have to obtain a certificate of eligibility with total points and types of activities as a highly skilled professional from a regional immigration bureau in Japan. This is the most tricky part, but I've read a lot of experiences of people online. It seems more difficult online when you read it, but not as difficult when you do it. Actually, from the experiences that I read online, seems like the most difficult process was to actually go and talk about this J-skip visa with the immigration people. Seems like COE is the easier part. The application tends to be, like, just explaining the application tends to be the more difficult part, partly because of language. J-skip might not work for all, but we have 5 options in this video, and trust me, some of these will work for everyone. So let's move on to the next visa, which is Digital Nomad. Now, the Digital Nomad visa was launched just in March 2024. The period of stay is 6 months. If you wish to work remotely in Japan for a period not exceeding 6 months, and you can also take your spouse or child. The Digital Nomad application is also, again, extremely simple. You must have a remote job though to apply for this, but it's not crazy. The only requirement here is that you must prove that your annual income is 10 million or more, and then you must have insurance. You can move with your spouse and child, and this can also be a good way of transitioning into Japan and figuring out a work opportunity, and if you find something, moving your status within Japan itself. Now, what if you don't do a remote job or you don't make this kind of money? Then let's move on to the next option that we have, which is J-Find. Now, J-Find is for recent graduates. They have a lot of requirements here. The more early career professionals would fit in here. If you don't fit in here, don't worry. The last 2 options will work for literally everyone. So hold it out. You must meet all the requirements. There are 3 requirements. First is that you must have graduated from a university that's ranked within the top 100 in at least 2 of the 3 world rankings. You've probably seen this, like every country that tends to do a job seeker based on rankings, whether it's Netherlands, UK, they all tend to have like this top 100, top 200 requirement. It can either be QS World Ranking, and then it can be the World University Rankings by Times. It can be academic ranking of world universities by Shanghai. Whatever you choose, your university must be in top 100 in any 2 of these lists. Apart from this, you must have done a graduation from there, and you must have been awarded a degree or a professional degree within the past 5 years. So you must not have more than 5 years of work experience. If you have more than 5 years of work experience, you probably need J-skip, or you need the pathway number 4 or 5. And in terms of living expenses, you must have at least 200,000 yen at the time of application to cover your living expenses. They don't state how long they're going to give this particular visa for, but from my experience, it's been anywhere between 6 to 12 months is what we've seen people get it, just through reading experiences of people and talking to some people who've moved on J-Find. Now, what if these 3 don't work for you? Well, the last 2 options will definitely work for everyone. So the next opportunity that I have is by Jetro. This is to get highly advanced professional talent, foreign international talent into Japan. You can see this is their portal for promoting activities of highly skilled foreign human resources. You should be able to find all this information relatively easily. Just in case you want to make your life easier, the links are on the screen. So please make sure that you take advantage of that. Anyway, so this is the information on companies that are interested in highly skilled foreign personnel. This is the OFP list. If you want, they also have like a lot of information in terms of, what the OFP is. You can see in order to support companies that want to promote their company's appeal to highly skilled foreign resources, both in Japan and overseas, Jetro has established a database. Now, Jetro is the export wing of Japan. It has established a database where companies can register their information. And then by listing your company information, you can spread spread the word about your company's efforts in finding foreign human resources. This is not coming out as well on this particular website right now, partly I think because of translation errors. These are the ones that open up. These are companies that are only looking at English. You can see English support, right? Like this is the filter on for English support. You can always take this off because in my opinion, in my experience with some clients, the filter is not always accurate. There's also a desired expertise in all of this filter. I don't think you should honestly be doing any filter unless you feel very strongly about one of these. Now this will give you a list of all the companies. There are almost 330 companies here that want to hire foreign workers. You will have to take that extra effort of going on to individual portals, but honestly these are companies that have registered to hire foreign talent. How difficult can it be? It's better than shooting darts in blind. This is a very defined list. You know that these companies are interested in hiring foreign talent, and to make your life easier, they also give you the industry and the roles that they want to hire foreign talent in. And you will see they have openings literally in almost all fields that you can think of, whether it's sales, marketing, trade, research and development, engineer, language, management, quite a few opportunities. I'll just go into something that I already know, like State Street. Definitely know that one. You can see like this is English available, Japanese not required, and they have a desire to hire foreign skilled professionals. They also have expected roles. They have a lot of information like business content, where do they want to hire from, and then you can go in here and you can look at their company information and you can look at the roles that they have. So you can go in on here and then you can go on to job opportunities, and I don't allow anybody to track my location, but you can find opportunities from here. Obviously make sure that you put the location as Japan. It doesn't make any difference, but anyway I would still put that particular location in, and these are the roles available and you can go and apply to whatever fits your profile. So I would say definitely a great initiative by Jetro, and definitely something that you as a foreign worker must try. Now, what if this doesn't work for you or it just doesn't seem enough? 330 companies, not going to find everything I need. Well, then I have some other options. Japanese government tends to do a lot of virtual and in-person job fairs all throughout the year. If you are from Asia, more likely that you'll find multiple such job fairs. There are 2 that are coming up. I'm going to pull 2 of those up, but keep in mind that these are limited to particular countries. You'll just have to go and find the right country that you're from and look for opportunities. I'm going to look for India just because I'm biased, but this particular one is happening not just in India but also in other parts of the world. I'll show you guys. This is the Tokyo job fair. As you can see, this is for people employed in India who want to find a job in Tokyo, either that or people who can talk in Japanese, have conversational ability. There's an online fair on December 7th and 8th where you have 15 companies, and then you have an on-site fair where you have 5 companies on December 14th. 20 companies in all total, and you can sign up until December 14th. Online is through Zoom and on-site is in a hotel in New Delhi, and the entry is free, and then these are the companies that you can already see will be going in there. What all can you expect? There is a job fair. Apart from this, there are job hunting seminars. So they're going to literally teach you how to look for an opportunity. And then there's also a career consulting desk where you can find more information about getting an opportunity in Japan. Now, if you're wondering where all is this fair happening, you can see that this is the Tokyo Metropolitan Government's fair, and they want to expand their business and connect foreign talent to local companies. This one's happening in Vietnam, Indonesia, Thailand, and India. But like I said, you can go and find such opportunities online. Quite a few fairs that keep happening. I have another fair that's coming up. This is also in some other countries. This is in Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, Uzbekistan, Sri Lanka, Mongolia, Nepal, India, and Bangladesh. So you have quite a few of these job fairs also, and they've given their timelines here. This one, you don't need to know any Japanese whatsoever. Some of them are obviously already filled. Click on a brochure and let's see who all can apply. There is one happening on November 27th, then one happening on December 14th, then one happening between 17th and 18th. In terms of who can participate, you must be resident of one of the eligible countries, and you must register for the job fair itself. The links, as always, will be on the screen, but if your country is not listed, don't get disheartened. This is just what I found very easily. If you do a search, I'm pretty sure you're going to find many more, because whether it's the Tokyo job fairs or the Japanese government job fair itself, it keeps on happening. Now, talking about some of the bonus options that I want to give you guys. So there is one METI internship, which I love. I'm going to open that up right now for you. It is a Government of Japan internship program. It also works for foreign nationals. It is currently over right now. It tends to work more in the summers, but you can see that foreign professionals who are nationals of developing countries, and you can go onto the OECD list of developing countries to see if you're eligible. You can do in-person internships in Japan or online internships in Japan. You will be getting paid to do this. In terms of language, you don't need Japanese because they need Japanese or English. So it must be that. It's just that you must be below 40 years of age. This is the amount of money that they were giving in 2024. Obviously, it's going to be different in 2025. So this is something that you must earmark, the METI Government of Japan internship program for foreign nationals. Make sure that you earmark this for next year and keep it on your list when it opens up. Japan honestly has probably the most number of outreach and options for everyone to go and try and apply. So if you want to make it easier, subscribe to the channel. If not, keep doing the search yourself. It's easier than what people think. On that note, this amazing video has come to an end. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, then please let me know in the comments below what you thought about this video, what you think about Japan. Would you be interested in knowing more pathways? Like I said, there are many more pathways and I'm happy to cover those. Just in case you are interested, let me know in the comments below. I promise to see you in the next video. Until then, you take very good care of yourself. Stay safe. Namaste.